Welcome to True Crime with Strategic Eyes.
Strategic back again. Ladies and gentlemen, all morning I've been doing members only and Patreon only content, and I was in the process of editing some of that content to give to the rest of you guys. So sometimes we do very large shows for the Patreon or the membership. We're going to take like a little bit out of that show and give it to everybody else as mainstream content. And while I'm doing that, this story popped up in my feed. Now, we already talked about the courageous NYPD officer who was off duty, coming back home from a detail, who was assaulted by two career criminals. I mean, they beat this guy so badly. They put him in an intensive care unit. He's got a broken orbital socket, broken cheekbone, the whole nine. And the most saddest part about it is that you're looking at this officer in the hospital and he's got a boot mark on his face. And I said to my members, I said, we're going to get that ass, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get that ass. I said it. And guess what, man? While I'm here editing the video for you guys to get some content, in my feed, it popped up that they got this guy. They got one of two guys, and now they've identified the second guy. Now, listen, the news has not reported this yet, but it has been reported on Twitter, the identity of the second guy. We're going to get into that, but I'm going to show you some video because I said in my title, an eye for an eye. So I've got to deliver to you guys who's going to be watching this show, the eye for the eye that was promised. So first, before we get into the updates, I want to bring you guys into what happened so you could kind of get a sense of the brutality of what these officers did. Before we go any further, I want to say I'm an active duty law enforcement officer. I'm a sex crimes detective. Been doing this for 18 and a half years. So this is for educational purposes. We will be looking at police tactics. We'll also be looking at this tragedy and bringing awareness so that we can apprehend some active assailants who are out there who are an incredible danger to the community. Lastly, we do not make content for children. Viewer discretion is advised. We make content for 18 and older, but, ladies and gentlemen, but we will try our best to respect all of YouTube's content moderation. We will respect the rules and regulations of YouTube. Now, that being said, I want to go ahead and bring in this video so you guys can see just exactly what I'm talking about. This video is brought to you by New York Post. I shouldn't say it like that. It's almost like they're sponsoring the show. They're not sponsoring me. No. This is just their content that they have made available to the world, and I am reacting to. So we're going to check this out, and we're going to check out some of the updates. Very, very, very good updates. Justice for this officer. Let's keep going.
They took the whole bag, right?
You had a bag on
You had a
it?
black bag?
We'll see right now. We'll see right now. Look, they came over like at 58.
Look, there they go. Two male blacks. That's two male blacks.
Nah, he didn't have a bag on him. He didn't have nothing on him. Well,
I think, is that a knife to his face?
Two male
I think he got a knife to his face.
oh, they took something. They took like a wallet or a phone on him.
Now, I know it's hard to see because the video is very grainy, but this officer was walking in full gear, right? His full gear on, all right? I think he just had a jacket on, but he had his full uniform on. These guys got the drop on him. It doesn't matter how big and bad you think you are. If somebody get the drop on you, you're going to hit the deck, all right? End of story, okay? They got the drop on him. He hits the ground. They have a knife to his cheek, the whole nine. It's a very terrifying situation. Wait till you see the end and see what Taveon Hargrove did to this courageous officer of the law. Let's see.
And he has a black hoodie on.
black hoodie.
He got a knife to his neck.
May possibly have a knife.
Yep, he got a knife to his neck. Look, and now he's punching him. That's a knife on his hand.
So,
You see?
Yeah.
They cut his face.
that is not Taveon. That's Taveon. What is going on here? This guy right here is not Taveon. That's Taveon. We're going to find out the identity of this guy soon. I'm going to tell you guys. They took his service weapon.
Yeah, the one with the all black has a ski mask on him.
They took his service weapon, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
Get that. That's evidence. Oh, then he stomped him.
Okay.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, we got something for you, Hargrave. We got something for you, boy. Let's go. Okay. Look at that. Look what they did to this guy who's dedicating his life to serving his community. But don't worry. We got your back, bro. We got your back. All right, so this is Taveon Hargrave. This is the first guy that they were able to identify. Taveon went on a run. One of the techniques and one of the ways that they were able to discover that this guy, in fact, was the one who assaulted the officer is that his father started using the officer's credit card to buy food at local bodegas. So they just kept following until they found the father. Once they found the father, brought him into custody for grand larceny and identity theft. He then spilled the beans, of course, that his son, this I'm speculating. Now, I have no inside knowledge of this or whatever, but I'm speculating that from knowing that the father possesses this guy's credit cards, that the father probably squealed and said, hey, my son is the one who gave me this. I didn't know. I had no idea. Okay, well, what happened with Taveon? Go. What happened with Taveon? All right, so we'll bring it up. I want to get you guys some updates. Before I show you, well, you're going to see the pictures in this news story, but then we're also going to go to Twitter, aka the Devil's Playground, and we're going to see some of the pictures and the updates and all that good stuff and the identity of the new guy. So check out this news story, guys.
That brutal beating of an off-duty NYPD officer. Good to be with you here at 5. I'm Gilma Avalos.
I'm Adam Cooperstein, and police now arresting one of the two men today in connection to that disturbing attack in the Bronx. There's surveillance video that...
Hold on here, guys. Please hit that like button. Hit that like button, support the channel so we can get into that algorithm. Let's keep going.
Shows what happened. Here's a look. You see the off-duty officer after he was thrown to the ground, and police say the two masked men there punched him, kicked him, and held a knife to his neck so they could rob him.
That attack happened Saturday at 4 in the morning in Parkchester, and today we got word that U.S. Marshals tracked down one of the two suspects in North Chesterfield, Virginia, just outside of Arlington. News 4's Charles Watson is live at the 45th Precinct in the Bronx with the arrest and who else police are still looking for. Charles?
Yeah, Gilman and Adam, the U.S. Marshals Regional Fugitive Task Force taking 23-year-old Taveon Hargrove into custody this morning in a suburb outside of Richmond, Virginia. Now the search.
Wow, we got to go back because I'm like, yo, I got like 40 people viewing this. Like, what's going on here? This doesn't make any sense. And then I see that they demonetized the video. But I understand. I mean, we're showing some serious stuff here. So I don't even blame YouTube for this one. That's why they're not showing it to a wider audience. They're suppressing it. But I got to bring awareness to this, whether we get, monetization or not, which we're not. This stream has been demonetized already before we even barely started the stream. I do have to say that this is just too important. Like, who cares? It is what it is. Do what you got to do, YouTube. I have to bring awareness to this. So anyway, big shout out to PG Deb 412 with 5-month membership as a recruit. We appreciate you. Let's keep going on this. Let me bring it back just a tad bit.
Of Richmond, Virginia. Now the search turns to the second unidentified person involved in that brutal attack on an off-duty NYPD officer.
We will find you. We will find you.
Mayor Adams making good on this stern warning to the two suspects responsible for brutally beating an off-duty NYPD officer in the Bronx last weekend.
Look, this guy is actually in shape, and he's so brutally beaten. He looks like he's overweight, and he's not. That's just trauma to his face. That's how badly these guys attack this dude. This dude looks like he weighs 300 pounds, and he's not. This is a healthy, in-shape guy, and he just got beat up badly, man, with no regard to this guy's personal safety and health. Like, they could have killed him, but let's keep going.
Mayor Adams making good on this stern warning to the two suspects responsible for brutally beating an off-duty NYPD officer in the Bronx last weekend. Today, the United States Marshal Service for New York and New Jersey with the...
An eye for an eye. Hold on here. Y'all let it be playing. Go ahead.
Help of NYPD officers hunting down and arresting a bloody 23-year-old Taveon Hargrove right outside of Richmond in North Chesterfield.
Look at his face. We're going to come back to that. Let's keep going.
Virginia. Hargrove is one of two suspects police say are behind the robbery and assault of a 27-year-old officer at knife point.
He's punching him in the face with a knife in his hand. You know how easy it would have been for his hand to slip and he stabbed this guy in the face. We coming for you next, buddy. Let's keep going.
St. Peter's Avenue on the morning of May 24th. Video shows the two men robbed the officer of his belongings, including his registered firearm. One of the suspects kicking the officer in the face, leaving a shoe imprint and broken bone.
That's Taveon right there. That's Taveon that kicked him in his face like that.
A horrifying thought for New Yorkers we speak to.
Nobody should be getting beat up.
It's horrifying because, I mean, if an officer is attacked, I mean, clearly they might not know he's an officer, and that really doesn't matter. But what chance does any of the rest of us?
Sources tell News 4 Hargrove was arrested behind a house in North Chesterfield, lying on a mattress in a garage. Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch writing in part on X, quote, "I am pleased to report Taveon Hargrove is now in the handcuffs of the officer he assaulted," later adding, "one under, one to go." Hargrove's father also under arrest and facing charges for allegedly trying to use the officer's stolen credit card. However, the father is not suspected of being involved.
That boy don't even have no eyebrows, man. That's why he's so mad. He don't got no eyebrows.
In the assault and robbery. Neighbors saying they hope everyone involved pays.
I think that's great that they got at least one of them. I hope to get all of them.
Yeah, and so at this junction, police are trying to identify and track down the second person involved in the assault and
now we know who he is. We about to report on that right now.
Robbery. The NYPD asking anyone with tips to call its Crime Stoppers hotline and tell them what you know. For now,
Yeah, don't worry. We're going to get back to that real quick. I want to go over here real quick. Look at this. Oh, boy. Look at this. Look at that. Let me fix this. I want to fix it real quick. Give me a second. Give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Give me a second. We're going to fix this. We're going to fix this. And that's it. Okay. Perfect. Now, let's go over here. Boom. All right. I got it. Look at this. Look at this dude right here. Look at this. Look at this dude. Can we zoom in? Is that possible? No, that's not possible. Oh, let's see here. I don't think I can make it any bigger. Look at his face. Look at his face. An eye for an eye. I do not condone violence. I'm pretty sure that this guy resisted arrest and these officers had every lawful authority to use force on this guy. He's a bad mother effer. This dude is a bad man. And if he did this to this officer, how many people has he done this to who was too fearful to come forward to the police because they didn't want to get hurt? Hit that like button, please. Please support the channel. You was a big bad mother effer when you was out there sneaking an officer and beating him almost to death. You not bad no more, buddy. This is the thing for you to remember, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are cowards. Somebody say he's a baby. He is not a baby. He is a 24-year-old man. He's grown enough to know right from wrong. He deserves everything that's coming to him. Everything that's coming to him. If he would do that to a cop that he knew was in full uniform and they wanted to rob that cop of that gun, that's what they wanted. They wanted that gun so that when they do a drive-by shooting and they kill innocent women and children, it's that officer's gun that has that blood on it. That's why they wanted to rob him. They saw his uniform. They saw his badge. I saw the extended video. You can find it on YouTube. The officer's walking past the building and you could clearly see his badge, his uniform, his gun belt, everything showing. They targeted that officer because they wanted that gun. They knew right from wrong. They made a concerted decision to do this to this officer. And when they'd already gotten everything that they needed off his person, and this dude was dazed, and he could not run after them, he could not call for help, nothing like that, he decided to stomp this officer's face in, causing permanent injury that this officer's going to face. He got what he deserves, an eye for an eye, and we're not done yet. Because we're coming for your homeboy, too. Hold on, what you said, Mayor Adams? What did Mayor Adams say?
Stern warning to the two suspects responsible for...
What did he say?
Find you. will find you.
We will find
Mayor
you.
Adams making.
Oh, don't worry about that. We coming for the next guy too. Who the next guy? Oh, who is this guy? Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't judge dudes, and I'm not the most handsome guy on the planet. But these some ugly ma. I would probably be angry too if I was born with these mugs. These dudes are ugly. And that's from an all right dude. So if the all right dude, I'm all right, is saying you ugly, you know you ugly. Look at this dude. And it don't help that he smoke weed all day long, drink and smoke weed all day long, has no ambition, no goals, no nothing. Are you kidding me? Look at this dude. This is the dude. This is him. Let's get some information on this guy. So what are they saying? Let's go over here. Second suspect in attack of off-duty NYPD officer identified in the Bronx. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see if the news, we'll listen to it and then we'll read it. If it's just a commercial for all eternity, then, we'll just read it. But let's see what we got going on here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, perfect.
Police just released this photo of a second man accused of brutally beating an off-duty NYPD officer in the Bronx. Authorities are searching for 23-year-old Wayne Lucas. Investigators say Lucas and Taveon Hargrove knocked the officer to the ground, punched and kicked him, and robbed him at knife point. Hargrove was arrested yesterday in Virginia. Lucas is still on the run. Meanwhile, the officer is now in stable condition, but we're told he has a long road ahead of him for recovery. New at 10, police just released this photo of a second man accused of brutally beating.
Lucas, we gonna make you pretty. We coming for you, Lucas. We are coming for you. Wayne Lucas, we put out an APB on Wayne Lucas. All citizens of good standing and the ones who are trying to get back in good standing. If you see this monster, report him to your local police department. And it looks like they might have a reward on this guy. Collect that reward. Let's see. Police identified a second man on Wednesday accused of brutally beating an off-duty NYPD officer in the Bronx over the weekend. Authorities are searching for 22-year-old Wayne Lucas. On Tuesday, Taveon Hargrove, 23, was taken into custody in North Chesterfield, Virginia, by members of the U.S. Marshals Regional Fugitive Task Force. That's a big thing in New York. I grew up just dealing with that all the time. Like a lot of, there was a great migration of African Americans from the South to the North. Everybody knows this. This is just, this is common news or whatever, information. And so all through me growing up in Harlem, whenever one of my friends or just, kids around the neighborhood that I may have known got into some trouble or whatever, their family would always ship them down south. Like their mothers and their fathers would stay in the city, and the kids would go to live with aunts and grandparents down south. So there's a lot of ties with African Americans, between New York African Americans and down south Africans. There's some deep bonds there. And so it does not surprise me that when Hargrove decided that he needed to get out of town because, you freaking idiot, you thought that we weren't going to find you? Like, come on, let's be serious here, man. He's like, let me go down south to Virginia. This doesn't surprise me at all. So I wonder, what's this guy named? Wayne, are you in Virginia too? Wayne Lucas, where you at? South Carolina? Texas? Mississippi? Where you at, Wayne? He looked like a New Orleans type of guy. He looked like he about to do some voodoo or something like that. I don't know, man. He definitely looked like he got some Cajun in him.
Oh, hell no!
The Cajuns will be like, nah, don't put that on us, man. He ain't no Cajun, man. He's not no Cajun. Hey, let's keep going. On Tuesday, Taveon, 23, was taken into custody in North Chesterfield, Virginia by members of the U.S. Marshals Regional Fugitive Task Force. Charges are pending, and he will have to be extradited back to New York City. Hopefully, he'll waive it. We'll get him back sooner rather than later. Investigators released new surveillance video on Monday to help track down 2 suspects. The incident unfolded early Saturday morning near St. Peter's Avenue in the Parkchester section. Hargrove and Lucas are accused of knocking the 27-year-old officer to the ground, punching him and kicking him, and robbing him at knife point. Funny thing is, he's going to get probably more time than Hargrove because he had the knife to the guy's face and he might have cut him. Let's keep going. The officer suffered multiple fractures to his face, but is said to be stable. Authorities have also arrested Hargrove's father for allegedly using the officer's stolen credit card at several bodegas in the Bronx. Father should go to hell too. I hope they give him a lengthy sentence, but this is New York. He's probably not going to get a lengthy sentence. Anyway, let's keep going. The PBA released a statement saying, thank you to our NYPD detectives and U.S. Marshals for ending this vicious cop bashers run, but the job is far from over. Even when his criminal partner is caught, we must still stand together to make sure the justice system does its job, protect the cops who protect New York City. Amen to that. These officers work their butt off to police one of the most dangerous cities in this country, a complex space filled with different ethnicities, people from all over the world, thousands of different languages, and they keep this large city running. The NYPD, members of the NYPD are true heroes. We should all take our hats off to these members of the NYPD. These are hardworking people, and it's one of the best departments out there, policing with just fairness and equality. Let's keep going. There's a pinned comment, says Aaron Green, says he has blue eyes, one blue this way, one blue that way. You got me with the blue eyes. I'm like, he has blue eyes. He don't have blue eyes. One blue this way, the other one blue that way. I got you. That's a good one. Thanks, Aaron Green. We need that. Aaron Greer, not Green, but Greer. Yeah, so definitely, man, this is very sad stuff. So let's go back to the Devil's Playground, which is Twitter. I want to bring it back to me, make a minor adjustment. And I want to definitely kind of see what's happening here. Wow. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. All right. I call it the Devil's Playground because, like, anything goes on Twitter. And I'm not, or X, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it is what it is. Anything goes on X. All right, so that's one shot of him there. This is another one on him on the ground. He's so sad. He's so mad he got caught. He wearing the same outfit he was probably wearing that night when he was busted. What was the whole point? Like, the problem is, like, I grew up in the hood and I spoke to a lot of these guys. I never considered myself a part of that mentality. So it was kind of like I was like an outside observer. Like, I felt like a reporter the whole time, kind of like just figuring out what makes people think or tick, rather, is what I want to say. First of all, I got a $5 super chat from somebody. Did I shout them out? I want to make sure I did. I think I did. Fuerto Fitness, we'll do it one more time because I can't remember. Says, thank you for being a voice for our officers. Thank you for your service as well. Thank you so much, Fuerto Fitness. I think she said that her husband or her fiance is a deputy. And yeah, he could have been in this place. I could have been in that place. You know, there's times that, you know, I definitely always try and conceal that I'm on the job, but there's times that I might flag. That's what we call it a little bit, you know, and then, you know, the dudes could have got the drop on me. If they didn't get the drop on me, then we fighting, you know. And when I have a knife, I'm gonna shoot them. But if they get the drop on me, then what am I gonna do? There's nothing. I could be as tough as I want to be. If you get the drop on me, I'm going down, and that goes for anybody, you know, who serves or anybody. Period. And these guys are targeting officers. Like, this is unacceptable, man. We can't play this game. Big shout out to Dr. Cataclysm with 10 free gift membership. So whoever got that free gift membership, make sure that you show some love to Dr. Cataclysm. You say thank you. It's very, very, very generous. Dr. Cataclysm is very awesome to this channel, and we appreciate him. He's been with me for a very long time, supporting the channel in various ways, and we do appreciate you, Dr. Cataclysm. You are amazing, man. He says, we just remonetized the channel. Thank you so much. Yeah, between you and Fuerto Fitness, you guys are helping out a lot because they just demonetized the channel, but you guys are remonetizing it. So we do appreciate you. So let's go over here to the Devil's Playground, see what else we got. That's his mug shot. Let's see here. Sometimes you get a wealth of information just scrolling down. That's when they took him down. These cowards. I can't attest to what you might read on here. Some things here are going to be awesome comments. Some of them may be racist. Some of them may be bigoted. I don't know. It's the Devil's Playground. We're here for the videos and the pictures. Pretty much. You know, the opinions, I ain't got nothing to do with that. With the videos and the pictures, that's what we're here for. All right. Let's see what else we got. They said they released new videos. I'm trying to see if we can get our hands on those. So these guys, this is, you could tell right out the gate, this is public housing. Public housing. So we subsidizing your living. We probably giving you welfare. You probably got a benefit card in your pocket. And then how do you replay the most generous society known to mankind? How do you replay it? People say there are other generous societies. Oh, go to, parts of the EU, they have universal health care and this, that, and housing subsidiaries and da-da-da-da. Yeah, go to those places and don't be and first of all, those places, all those people are the same people, They what do we call those? Homogenous societies or heterogeneous societies? I don't know. Let me not talk if I don't have the exact definition in my head. But you go to Switzerland, these Swiss folks, they're all Swiss. Ask the immigrants how they're being treated in France. Ask the immigrants how they're being treated in England. In America, you come through, we just take care of you. We take care of you. He's in the most generous society known to mankind. He lives in public housing, getting public assistance. And how does he replay us collectively? His neighbors, his fellow countrymen. He goes out there and assaults police officers. Yeah, make it make sense, man. Make it make sense. And then there's some people out there that's going to say, oh, he's misunderstood. Oh, he never had a chance. The systems, ladies and gentlemen, the systems did it. That's what did it. The systems is what made him go out there and be a ravenous thug with $250 sneakers on. Those are Jordan 8s, I believe. Which one? The Bugs Bunnies. Which ones is those? I mean, not the Bugs Bunnies. Yep, those are the Bugs Bunnies. Jordan, Bugs. Yep, I knew it. Jordan 8s. I'm still up on game. He got Jordan 8 Bugs Bunnies on. $250 when they come out. I'm looking at it right now on StockX, used $400. When they come out limited edition, which means you got to wait online. I don't know if this young brother waited online. If he waited online, he'd get them for $250 before they sell out. If he didn't wait online and he got them on the resale market, this brother paid $400 for those shoes. But yet he needs to go out there and rob and pillage his own community. And somebody out there is going to say it's the system that made him do it, instead of hold him accountable for his own actions. I'm sorry. I'm going to hold this grown man accountable for his actions. Let's keep going, man. It's unbelievable. All right, now we're getting out of football. Ain't got nothing more on Hargrave. All right. I see you. Anyway, it's going to be a short live, guys. I appreciate you guys immensely. Let me see if I get one more thing for you. And if not, we'll call it a day, man. This is great news. Great news that we were able to get an apprehension and come one step closer to bringing this guy to justice and his partner, and giving justice and absolution to the officer who was so gravely assaulted. Unbelievable. Let's see. I think this one has additional footage. Let's take a look at it.
This is the latest in a string of NYPD officers hospitalized after vicious attacks this past month. In the latest, an officer still in uniform steps from his home ambushed and left for dead. This is that rookie NYPD officer walking home from the overnight shift Saturday morning, when seconds later he's jumped by two men in masks near Westchester Square on St. Peter's Avenue in the Bronx.
They approached him, one in the front, one in the back, and they caught him off guard.
Pix 11 caught up with Mayor Adams before he went to visit the 27-year-old at Jacoby Hospital.
I got to say this, man. People have whatever they got to say about Mayor Eric Adams, but you know, I don't live in New York City, but I have to say this man protects his police officers. There has been no greater friend to police officers than Mayor Adams in recent history of New York City. As a lifelong New Yorker, I still care about what happens in the city. I got family that live there. I have interests that live there. It is what it is. Adams has done a lot of things that he should have done better when it comes to the politics of it all. But I got to tell you, I know a lot of NYPD officers, and all of them are happy to serve under the tutelage of Mayor Adams. All right. All of these politicians do corrupt things, man. I'm not saying that the mayor is corrupt. I have no evidence of that. It is what it is. All right. His case was dropped by the Justice Department. It is what it is. But so often in New York City, you had mayors who would throw police officers under the bus at every moment that they had to appease the extremist groups in certain sectors of our politics. This mayor refuses to do that, and my hat goes off for him. I wish every mayor was like this mayor when it comes to showing respect for the police officers that go out there and risk their life every single day to serve the people. I wish that leaders would say something as simple as, well, let's wait and see. When police officers are accused of misconduct, they need to be held accountable. I don't talk about it as much, but you guys know that when I worked in the correction system, I worked in internal affairs. I investigated other officers. So nobody can say anything about me just backing blue. I don't just back blue, okay? I'm a person of reason. When police officers engage in misconduct, they have to be prosecuted. They have to be investigated. They have to be held accountable for being an oath breaker. But you just don't assume that the cop is the bad guy. Police officers deserve due process as well. And too often in politics, police officers are the easiest target. And as soon as something goes wrong, the politicians say, lock that cop up, do that cop dirty. No, they deserve due process too. And one thing I love about Mayor Adams is that he gives cops due process. He always says, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Because at the end of the day, when you're getting shot, you're getting stabbed, you're getting abused, you're getting raped, you're getting murdered, you're getting robbed, you're getting pillaged by these folks who don't care about our morality. They don't care about our society. They don't care about our rules. Who do you call? You don't call your big brother. You don't call your daddy. You call the police and you ask for a father and a mother who don't know you, who have little toddlers at home in many instances, to risk their life and possibly give their life for you. Now listen, those people signed up for that. So they shouldn't get a medal just for showing up to work. They signed up for it. But don't you ever forget that those people are risking their lives for you. I think so often, especially in this modern times, people are taking that for granted. And because they took it for granted for so long, so many people decided, I'm not going to risk my life. And so now you have a shortage in police officers. And what's ended up happening out there? People are calling for help. Help, help, help. I'm being raped. Help, help, help. I'm being shot. Help, help, help. I'm being robbed. And it's taking 10 minutes for cops to show up. 20 minutes for cops to show up. And it's all of a result of people not respecting the fact that you gotta respect your police officers, because at the end of the day, they're willing to give their lives for you. You're 70 years old, 80 years old, you've lived a full life. Guess what? That 20-year-old officer is willing to die for you. You're a former criminal, you got 20,000 felonies, but you're a victim this time, and you call the cops and you're like, help me, help me, help me. Guess what? That 20-year-old is willing to give their life for you. You gotta respect that, ladies and gentlemen. You have to. And it's nice to see a politician that's at least trying to respect the people who serve. Let's keep going, man.
Sunday.
One of them stepped on his face in a very violent way.
The police commissioner assailed the attacker's actions. One has been identified as 23-year-old Taveon Hargrove, one of two suspects caught on video stomping on the officer, breaking bones in his face.
Unbelievable.
Video from daybreak Saturday appears to show the discovery of his body camera. Sources say the suspect stole the cop's Glock 19 service weapon, wallet, and phones.
I wonder what evidence they got from that body camera, because it was obviously activated during the assault. I just want to go to the fan funding section and show some love, because you guys know I get on my tangents, I go crazy, and I totally forget to acknowledge the people that actually keep this show afloat. Big shout out to Fair Dinkum, who is a 2-month White Shield member. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, being a White Shield member of the True Crime Strategic. That's a high level. She's throwing us a lot of love and breaking bread with us, and we appreciate you. It says, the entitlement is disgusting. What if his mom, sister, or daughter needed this officer's protection? Society has no room for these people. And I got to tell you, a secret that is no secret to people who are data scientists, no secret to people who are sociologists, no secret to people who are in law enforcement actually in the business. The truth of the matter is people who live in low-income areas utilize police services more than anyone else by magnitudes. A middle-class and upper-middle-class person may never call 911 in their life. But somebody who is poor, and this is not to denigrate poverty, because you all know I grew up in poverty, okay? Abject poverty. I grew up there. I will never, ever forget where I come from because it's what shapes who I am to this day. But people who grow up in poverty have magnitudes more of an opportunity, not opportunity, but they call 911 magnitudes more than those other folks. Most police services inside of low-income communities. So what you're saying is 100% correct. Tomorrow, it would be, guess what? Now that this guy's been identified, people in the community might say nasty things to that family, and I hope they don't. Don't harass or harangue this perpetrator's family. Except, you know, his dad is the one that used the stolen credit card of the officer. But don't harass and harangue these people. Let the justice system work. But I guarantee you, if people start harassing them and saying things, guarantee you, who you think they're going to call? It's not going to be the Ghostbusters. Who you think they're going to call? It's not going to be Ghostbusters. It's going to be the NYPD. NYPD, can you come over here and tell my neighbors stop bothering me because my brother's a thugging gangster piece of crap? Can you help me out, please? That's what usually happens, ladies and gentlemen. Good comment. I love it. Erin Murphy. Big shout out to Erin Murphy. Erin Murphy, I'm not putting her business out there, but I am. She serves too, man. Big shout out to her. Thank you for your service, Erin Murphy. I read your emails. I can't always respond because I'm busy. I can't lie to you guys. I feel overwhelmed sometimes with all the emails. Like, I'm not telling people don't send me emails. I'm just telling you how my mind is. I got so much going on. Sometimes I feel a little overwhelmed. I'll always read it, but I don't always have time to answer. Because when I answer people, I like to give thoughtful answers. I feel like no answer is better than just saying, thank you for emailing me. That seems so fake to me. I feel like if I'm going to answer you, I got to give you a thoughtful answer, and a thoughtful answer takes time, and sometimes I'm just so busy. But I read these emails, and I appreciate people who support the channel. I want to say one more thing about emails. I noticed today when I went through my spam folder that Google has been sending a lot of emails to spam. So especially if you haven't received a response back from me, it's probably also because your email went to spam. So we're going to try and work on that because we love your emails and we appreciate all the tips and leads that you guys give us. So please be patient with us. But know that I'm a one-man show, and pretty much with the help of Aki, and sometimes it gets overwhelming. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, Erin, for showing love, especially some of the emails we get. We get testimony in our emails. We get testimony, man. And, you know, I got to respond back when I get that testimony. When people are outcrying to me and coming forward for the first time with things that have happened to them, like, that's my priority. It's priority over, yo, here's a new document from Madeline Soto. That goes to the back of the line. When I got somebody telling me what happened to them when they were a kid, I got a 60-year-old person telling me about their trauma when they were 12 years old. I have to read every single word of that, and I have to respond to every single word of that. So it's a lot. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Big shout out to Fair Duncan, once again, who's now a White Shield member. It looks like she kind of re-upped the White Shield member. We appreciate that. Big shout out to Aaron, Dr. Cataclysm, Fair Duncan, Freto Fitness, and PG. All you guys keep this channel going. All right, let me go to the next screen, and let's get back into this.
While holding a knife to his throat.
They are under observation for 72 hours, so far I heard. The family is really I should say they are shocked about the situation.
Ghazi Hassan is the officer's brother-in-law and has been shuttling family members back and forth to be by his bedside. Though conscious, the long-term effects of the injuries are still unknown.
They are planning for 2 surgeries.
Fellow members of his Bangladeshi community are praying for a full recovery.
The people who built this mosque, his uncle is one of them, so he comes here. Yeah, I met him here many times.
We will find the person responsible, and when we do, we're going to put that officer's cuffs on him.
The officer's family tells me he's been on the job less than a year as a police officer. Before that, he was a 911 dispatcher. Police asking anyone with information to give them a call. From the Bronx, I'm Anthony DiLorenzo, Pix 11 News.
Wow. We coming for you, boy. Before we get out of here, I just want to put him up on the big screen one more time. We coming for you, bro. We coming. We gonna lock your ugly ass up. And I don't judge dudes. You got me out of character, young man. We gonna lock your ugly ass up. What's his name again? Let's get his name one more time. Wayne Lucas. Wayne Lucas. We gonna lock your ass up. That's a promise. So surrender. Call 911. Turn yourself in. Do not resist, because if you resist, we're going to give you an eye for an eye. If you resist and it's lawful use of force, we are not in any way promoting vigilantism. We're not in any way promoting excessive force. If you resist and you give these officers the authority to use force on you, we're going to get an eye for an eye. So please do, my friend, make it safe for yourself. Make it safe for everybody else. Get yourself an attorney. Call 911 and surrender yourself in a classy, orderly manner. Reclaim some of your dignity, because you have no dignity. The fact that you would do that to another human being shows you had no dignity. So prove your humanity to the rest of us by turning yourself in. Turn yourself in and prove to us that there's a glimmer of hope, that there might be an inkling of civility left in your soul. Turn yourself in, brother. Because if not, we coming for you. And if you resist, we might just get an eye for an eye. All right, guys. Enough of that. You guys are amazing. Let me see what Aki got to say before I go. Oh, okay. Good one. Good thing I caught this one before I go. Aki says, show the new merch. We got new merch. Let me show that to you guys real quick before we get out of here. So how do I get to the new merch? The Nightbot has the Dashery link right there. I just clicked it straight from the chat. Oh, man, we got some nice merch here, man. I like this. Look at this. Wow. This is really nice. I love this. Oh, we got the Don't Be a Per Diem Dad. I love it. I love it, man. This is my favorite tagline that we got. This and does that make sense? Those are my favorite, man.
Does that make sense?
Now, we also need a Dirt Under the Bridge. That one, I need somebody. Aki, I don't know if you could do this. You're very talented. I don't know if you got this. This is my vision, guys. It's like the Golden Gate Bridge, and then there's like the dirt going underneath it with Dirt Under the Bridge, like a nice bridge. The Mario Cuomo Bridge, the Golden Bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge, because I'm a New Yorker. Whatever, but the Dirt Under the Bridge. I want the Dirt Under the Bridge t-shirt. Somebody get me a Dirt Under the Bridge t-shirt design. Somebody. Aki, do it. I don't know. Who cares? Please. Dirt Under the Bridge design. I love it. We got to do the Dirt Under the Bridge. We're not complete until we do the Dirt Under the Bridge. So we got the Don't Be a Per Diem Mom. I like that. Okay. Don't be a per diem mom. True crime with strategic eyes. You know, Aki has to be inclusive. She had to be inclusive with the ladies too, right? Nah, don't be a per diem dad. But we'll let that rock. Well, hold on here. Hold on here. Why the dirt be per diem dad got the rainbow color? Come on, man. What's going on here? I know you can get other colors. I'm just teasing. So with all of these things on Dashery, right? So let's go back. You see here that it's this tie-dye color, which I think is really cool. I like that. I think I might buy one and give it away to one of you free people, to one of you people for free. But with all of them, including the don't be a per diem mom, the don't be a per diem dad, you might look at that and say, oh man, it's a nice shirt, but that's not really my style. But what you got to understand with Dashery is that they offer tons of different colors. So you click it, and when you click it, you go in and you see here that you could get this in all kinds of colors. Look at that. Red, asphalt, green, and now we rocking and rolling. So for me, I'd probably get the black because I like black, right? Or I might get the blue. I like blue, right? Bam. And then you can get the tie-dye, right? So you got the male fit and you got the female fit. So we get that for the ladies so you can contour to your curves. You know what I'm saying? You like that, all right? The feminists may not like that, but we like that. Keep it tight, baby. Anyway, let me stop. We got the hats. Remember, you click it, and when you get there, you get the hat in almost any color, right? So keep that in mind. Look at that. That's hot. I like that. I could cop that. I'm going to cop that. That's going to go with a nice outfit right there. So check it out, guys. Remember, you'll see the shirt. You'll see the design. But understand, once you click into that, there's so many different ways you can go ahead and customize, that. Now, Aki has the phone. I love it. I told Aki, I said, Aki, you got to go, but we got to get the t-shirt. So boom, I clicked it. I thought that this would be different. I'm like, Aki, it's great that you got the phone case. I think that's awesome. But I wanted to see a t-shirt that says Aki because I think that'd be so cool. And a lot of people would love to wear Aki t-shirt. Once again, scroll down. Bam, you could get it on a t-shirt. Look how hot this Aki t-shirt is. Fire. Fire. That's a hot t-shirt. That's the male fit. We go to the female fit. Contours to the curves, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. So the store is shaping up. We're looking for a ton of designs. And I'm going to say this one more time. We're building out the store, so it's a lot of Strategic Eyes branded merch. But I don't care about just having Strategic Eyes logo. I just want cool shirts, man. Just cool shirts. So if there's a design that you want to donate to the show, remember, you're going to be donating it, all right? You're going to hand it over to us, okay? If you're a graphic designer, you just want to see your work, we'll definitely give you credit and say, yo, listen, this person designed this, but send it in and we'll consider it and, we'll think about making some merchandise with it. So let me know, okay? But always make sure that your designs are classy, that it doesn't show anything that somebody would brand as uncouth or, just, not appropriate, all right? We're about being appropriate, all right? So definitely, please do consider showing that love. Send us some designs so we can add it to our store. And the last thing I want to look at before I get out of here is going to be the mug. I'm going to find that mug because I love the mugs. Mug is awesome. Look at that. Love it. I think we should put Don't Be a Per Diem Dad on a mug as well. Sticker's mad cool too. Love the sticker. So that's the mug, and you're going to get the mug in one color. That's like the only thing they don't let you basically, customize is the mugs. So anyway, it's really cool. I think it's awesome. Consider going on over there, showing some love to the store. And listen, be a part of the movement. All right. And listen, when you buy a shirt, please do send it to me. If you just send it to me, period. And if you don't mind me posting you wearing the shirt, then just say, hey, listen, you could post this Strategic and we'll put you in the community section and show you some love. If you don't want me to post it, just, hit me up with the picture so I can see how because I also want to see how these clothing look on different body fits so we can definitely make our merchandise better because we want to accommodate all shapes and sizes. We want to accommodate our very slim folks, our bigger folks. We want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to enjoy Strategic Eyes merch. So we'd love to see your pictures, and if you don't mind me posting, let me know. And if you don't want to post it, don't worry. We would never post a picture unless unless you give us permission. And lastly, I got to say it again because I'm a family man. Please be respectful with whatever pictures you send, okay? Nothing inappropriate. If it's inappropriate, we'll just delete it. It's not like we're going to do anything with it. But please, you know, always move in life with class and dignity. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. You guys are amazing. Let me cue up that outro. It's taking a little while. Here we go. Strategic is out of here. Peace.